Hey guys, how you going? How you going? It's Dave Rumbler here from Metal Ruse, and I have Amigo the Devil with me. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Really excited to finish packing up and getting out there. It's
Yeah,
about time.
it
It's
is about time. Yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan myself, so I've been waiting the years for you to come. But yeah. Is this what's your first time playing here?
first time playing. Yeah, I've been out there before to party a little bit, a little
Ah,
bit.
cool. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Where have you been
a lot of
before?
it. Just Melbourne.
Melbourne. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
cool city.
it was. I think that's where the most friends I had in one collective spot were. So
Sounds
I
good.
chose to get in real trouble.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What did you think of Melbourne?
Mm,
It's a
it's
beautiful
beautiful.
city.
You know what it is? It's there's a levity to everything. Everybody's so there's a fine line between logical and just obscene humor.
Yep, yep.
And I don't mean obscene in terms of grit, but I mean the absolute. It didn't feel heavy at all. Nothing felt too serious. Nothing felt too bogged down by just the severity of the emotion per se. But everybody there was so loving and warm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good time. I don't know how to explain it. I've never felt it anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a very kind of like the Australian way. I think it is quite welcoming to artists and stuff like that. All right, so new record. Absolutely loving it. I was a big fan of the other two, but yeah, what's some kind of inspiration that you had or some words you can say on the new record?
I think it's the first time that I fully allowed my influences to truly show through in
Yep.
terms of maybe some of them are even more of an homage to them than anything. But it's the first time I didn't feel too I didn't feel embarrassed at all to
Yep.
allow a lot of that to come through, and it felt good. It was rewarding, very
Yep.
rewarding to just say, "Let's fucking go."
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Um, I think your second song in, I'm just sorry, I'm just looking for where are we? It's all gone. Sorry. Tom Waits flavor for sure. As soon as it come on, because I've always shown people who you were and said, "Oh, do you like Tom Waits? Do you like, your influences, obviously?" And then that come on, I was like, it's, a homage, and I thought that too. Such a cool
It
song.
I was just mentioning the story. That chorus, the first time I did the vocals for it, I kind of did them in that style as a almost as a joke.
Yep.
Not making fun of anything. Very obviously, you know, it just felt so Tom Waits
Yep.
that I wanted to just have a little laugh for a second. And then it felt so good to do.
Yep.
And it just kept me in my head. I was like, wow, I'm just gonna do it like that. I'm just gonna, who cares? Just let's just run it.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think
and
the fans are caring. They're loving it.
I'm grateful that people have been very kind about the record for the
Yep.
most part. It's I'm always very nervous with new records,
Of course.
and also I do also keep getting distracted because I'm looking at all the amps. I keep trying to look
Ah, yeah,
at.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so there's a recording studio. I'm a tattoo shop down the bottom, recording studio up the top.
Amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
But it was nice having our own space. First time we've ever recorded ourselves, and we had all the time in the world to do it. I didn't have any pressure
yep.
of booking or so it was really cool to just sit there and mess around till it felt right.
Yeah, cool. I think you nailed it. Opening up as well, Hanging by the Roots. What a killer opener. Just absolutely.
Thank you. That
Um,
was the last song that got recorded for it
oh, really?
and
Yep, yep.
written.
Okay.
Yeah, that one wasn't going to be on the record.
Yep. It's funny how that happens. Hey, you kind of you'll do that and go. opener. It's got to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
that
good.
is fun.
So
Mm.
you got a fairly extensive tour for over here. Obviously, here's different to touring the States and Europe and stuff like that, but you've got fairly extensive. What do we got? Gold Coast all the way to Adelaide, then New Zealand. What are you kind of looking forward to in the tour?
I think there's one aspect that terrified me initially was that I was going to be going over solo.
Yep.
Even though I played solo for so long, the fact that I've had the band with me for the last year and a half, our muscle memory tends to stay, but our emotional memory goes away fairly fast.
Yep.
So I had so many nerves about going back to solo, and do I even remember how to do it? Do I remember what it's like with nobody else behind me? And fortunately, I had an experience recently where I ended up playing solo for about half the set of the last tour, and it felt so good that going back into rooms that are, for I just I always look at all the rooms that we're gonna play in
Yep.
advance, just a neurotic person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they all look so fun. And it looks like the days that I do speak so fondly about the big party shows and just everybody having a good time together in this tiny little, not tiny, but
Yeah. Yeah.
a,
Yeah.
a unified. And to be honest, I'm surprised that the shows sold how they did
Yep.
because I was nervous about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just grateful, very, very grateful that we get to be in those rooms and that I get to be there solo.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring the band next time. But
Yeah. Yeah.
for now, I'm selfish and take it all myself.
Yeah, well, like I had a look at the rooms that you are playing. There are a lot of the rooms I've played as well, but yeah, they're really like the exact room you're kind of dreaming of. I don't know, probably the wrong word, but like those real intimate rooms, but they're still big enough. But
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
got some cool rooms going. And there's a few people that are big fans that were surprised. Obviously, your size over the last so many years has got bigger as an artist. So many people were surprised, but completely delighted that you were doing those rooms instead of theaters or the bigger kind of rooms, you know?
See, I thought we were going to be doing smaller rooms, to be honest.
Yeah, so they're kind smaller than you are now, like but ones that are
We've
booked.
never played out there and all that. So, being the first tour anywhere, I assumed we were just going to be doing kind of a test run on tiny little rooms across the board. And for me personally, some of those rooms are rooms that I dreamed about playing over here when I was starting out. So
Yep.
it already feels very, very, I feel very fortunate to be doing
Yep.
a lot of those rooms already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So kind of cool. Really, really
Yeah.
cool.
Cool, cool. So you've just done, well, you've been touring a fair bit, haven't you? Over the last,
Yeah, we
yeah,
don't
lots
really
and lots.
stop. We don't.
What's some kind of good experiences you've had over the last little time?
I think the most recent tour we did um, with Flogging Molly, we were opening for Flogging Molly,
What a great band.
and they were every band that we open for, we try to learn from.
Yeah.
That's just a thing that we all do, and they were so gracious as people to
Yep.
kind of see us in such a kind manner that it it gave me this massive hope that you can have a band for 30 plus years and still love what you do just as much as you did the first 5 years, and
Yeah, yeah.
they all really love it. One of the craziest things I saw most nights they would finish playing, grab their instruments, go to an Irish pub nearby, and play again. Just a little tiny set in the corner.
Oh, really?
And I'm sitting there going, how do you? I'm a little over half their age, and I don't have the stamina for that. So, and it's
Yeah.
because they love it. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. And they're great at it. And it gave me so much hope that this is a sustainable form of living, that you can do this
For that
and
many years.
continue to. That was a cool experience for me.
Yeah, that is really
We've,
cool.
yeah.
And it's the total Irish way, isn't it? Like, you know,
Just
just
go,
give them
go,
some whiskey,
go.
they'll keep going. All
Oh,
right.
it's
Well,
so cool.
I usually finish up with like I like to get the artists to kind of give some younger people coming into what we do. Obviously, you what you do is quite different. You're brought into that metal world and rock world. And I think I heard you in an interview say it's just the similarities on kind of what you write and stuff like that. But what's some inspiration you can give to younger people coming up in the ranks?
I think that people focus so much on emulating who they love and then get down on themselves when it doesn't come across exactly how they have heard it done before. And I wouldn't even say it's about knowing your voice or anything like that, but I think that as long as you allow yourself to understand that it's about finding yourself, your voice, your own abilities, and respecting what those are while trying to be better. I think people push themselves too much too quickly and get
Yeah,
disheartened when it doesn't work. And they don't realize that it's completely okay to not be completely developed in
yeah,
the beginning.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
Like,
just a continued cycle of learning and exploring. And if you feel differently at some point, just do it differently.
yeah, go with it.
Yeah. I think that people are always so hard on themselves. I mean, including myself. I do it all the time, but just be easy on your mind. Let it happen. Like listen to what the songs want from you.
Yeah,
Don't don't
give them
don't
that.
force songs.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
some good words. All right. Well, we'll leave it there. You'll probably got a heap of interviews to do. I've got another one as well, but I'll be seeing you in Newcastle over here. Got me tickets already.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you as well. All right. See you later, buddy.
We'll see. Bye.